This conference will now be recorded.
9:33 Indian Standard Time. Okay, last class we were talking about Lightning Web Component. We have seen that Lightning Web Component is ECMS 7, right? ECMS 7 compatible component. Lightning Web Component is at par with the industry standards of Lightning applications, right? We have seen that Lightning component is following all the standards that has been defined under ECMA 7. It has an ES module, it has a custom component, or right, it has shadow DOM, right, and it has an HTML template. Last class, I was showing you the structure of a Lightning component. A Lightning component consists of 4 bundle elements. Number 1, the template. Number 2, the ES module. Number 3, the interface. Number 4, the style. Right? This is what I was showing you, right? Today, let's go ahead and create a Lightning component. I click on my start. I open my Visual Studio Code. Lightning component can be created officially through a tool, IDE tool called Microsoft Visual Studio. This is the only supported tool by Salesforce. Any third-party tool that you're using would be at your responsibility, at your discretion. Right? There we go. Once again, before we start creating a Lightning Web Component, we need to wait. Wait till what? Wait till this blue bar shows indexing Lightning Component VS Code org. Till we come there, we have to wait. So I'm waiting. Mean the time you wait, let's do some writing work. Put a heading called as Lightning Web Component. Put a heading called as Lightning Web Component and start writing. Write down. Lightning Web Components are custom HTML element. Lightning Web Components are custom HTML element built using HTML and modern JavaScript. Lightning Web Components are custom HTML elements built using HTML and modern JavaScript. Lightning Web Components are custom HTML elements built using HTML and modern JavaScript. Built using HTML and modern JavaScript. Next, write down, right? In Lightning application, next point, in Lightning application, both Lightning component and Lightning Web Component can exist. In Lightning application, both Lightning component and Lightning Web Component can exist. Now, next, Lightning Web Component can be called inside Aura. Lightning Web Component can be called inside Aura, bracket Lightning Component. Lightning Web Component can be called inside Aura, bracket Lightning Component. Lightning Web Component can be called inside Aura, but a Aura component cannot be called inside LWC. But an Aura component cannot be called inside LWC. But an Aura component cannot be called inside LWC. Cannot be called inside LWC. Right? Perfect. Now let us see. By now, our Microsoft Visual Studio Code would have got into the VS Code. Yes, I can see VS Code org has come here. I told you ignore all this. Don't care about anything. Close. Control Shift P, right? Authorize an org. Production. Enter. By the way, let me close this. System will open an Internet Explorer. So I'm waiting for my Internet Explorer to come in. I told you 30% of the class in LWC will go waste in just waiting, right? Going forward, we can utilize this time for any doubt session, right? As of now, you are new, so stand by. Let's create a lightning component.
Rupam,
Yes,
can you please explain that tree which is on the left side? Like, what is, I mean, like, is it like we create each components in Aura classes and all?
I didn't got it. Once again, you're talking about this Project Explorer.
Yes, yes.
Yes. If you create an application, it'll be here. If you create an Aura, it'll be here. If you create a class, it'll be here. If you create an LWC, it'll be inside this folder. If you create a trigger, it'll be inside this folder. You create a tab, it'll be inside this folder. You create an object, you create a permission set, right? That's it. You're correct.
So what are those package.json, Husky, and SFDX, all
those are all support files. For example, SFDX contains all the SFDX commands. lt123.com, password crm1234 hash.
And if we want to edit something which is from the class which is already created, how can we get the classes? Okay.
Yeah, I'll show you as the time goes. This is the first class now, so it'll take time, right? Have patience.
Sure.
Okay.
And Rupam,
Here we go. Yes.
for every LWC component we are creating, do we need to log in every time into the Salesforce?
No, not every Lightning Web component, right? It is only when it expires the session. I logged in yesterday. From yesterday to today, there's a 24 hours gap.
Yeah.
And meantime, I've already closed the Visual Studio. I've exited. I've turned my system off. Now today I'm again logging in. So that's the reason.
Okay. Yeah,
Right?
I wanted to know that only because yesterday when I created all this setup,
It
it
will be
was
logged
like,
in. It will be always logged in. I mean, VSCode.org will store the information. But for the safer side, it's always better that if you have a gap of 24 hours, or if you have turned your system off, or you have closed your Visual Studio, then better that we go ahead and we log in. We authorize the org.
okay. Thank you.
Welcome. I'm still waiting, right? Org ran successfully. Now you can see that authorize an org ran successfully. Perfect. Now, whatever we create, LWC will be under the LWC folder. These are all your project folders, application, Aura, class, right? Content asset, resources, flexi pages, layouts, LWC, custom objects, permission static resources, tab, right? Trigger, Visual Force pages. It's not that it'll come. More and more you create. Users, right? Profiles, everything will come here. If there are thousands, then all the thousands will list. Now these are the basic. We are LWC. So whatever we create here, Control Shift P on the keyboard, and if I say select Lightning Web Component, LWC underscore today's date 2002 underscore example1 underscore my first LWC component. I give a name called as my first LWC component. Press enter. Press enter. A component will be created under the SFDC, under the LWC folder. You can see that. Today's date. Yesterday's
What
date.
do we need to do in the is it create LWC component? Like,
it is created in your local machine. It has not yet created in the server. It is stored in your local machine. Where did this are stored, Rupam? If you go to your Windows Explorer, right? All these are now stored in your local machine, right? The folder that we created, right? We might have created a folder under SFDC, under LT123. I have created a folder called as LWC project. Here it is created. See, LT123 LWC. This is the project name. Here it is stored, right? Here it is stored, right? Where, right? Force app, right? Main, default, here LWC folder. Here all these are stored. See, you have created two components, yesterday and today. Today's component is here. Today's component consists of three, actually four: .html, .js, meta.xml. Three files are there, three files are here: HTML, JS, meta.xml. If I create the fourth file called CSS, then in this folder there'll be four files will be available. You can take a backup. You can restore this everywhere. This is now current in the local machine, not in the server. Not in the server, right? So there we go. I go to my today's component 2002. I click on HTML. What is this HTML? It is designing. Bold tag. Hi guys. This is my first LWC. This is my first Lightning Web Component. Nothing else. Control S on the keyboard. Whenever you give a space, you will see a white dot. Whenever you see white dot in the tab header, that means it's not saved. Control S on the keyboard, the white tab has gone and it has become a cross. That means it's saved. Now you want to push this to the Salesforce environment. Control Shift P. Deploy this to the source org. Deploy this to the source org. I press enter. Now it's pushing this LWC to my, this is pushing my LWC component to my organization. Done. Now let me log into my organization and see whether it came there or not. Login.salesforce.com. I press enter. Right? I say Rupam @lt124.com. Password CRM1234#. I'm logging to my environment. Right, there we go. Where can I see LWC, Rupam? Remember that you cannot modify, you cannot edit, you cannot do anything LWC from this environment. I scroll down. Under custom code, I'll be able to see Lightning components. Under that, I'll be able to see Lightning components. List of all Lightning components are visible here. Whatever we have done so far. See, all are aura, 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 show more. Right? Aura, 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 right? Where is my LWC? We are in which login we are in? What did I log in?
I think it is LT123.
3. Oh, that's the reason. Log out. I am not able to see. And I was quite surprised. Login.salesforce.com. Rupam @lt123.com. Password CRM1234#. right? Let's log into our environment. There we go. By the way, I hope that in the Visual Studio also I logged in 123 only rather than 124. Could be. Right? I scroll down to the custom code. I expand Lightning Web Component. I click on Lightning Components. Here it says Lightning Components. Perfect. Let it come. All aura. Show more. Show more. Aura. Show more. There is nothing called, right? Aura. Show more. I cannot see all at a time. Aura. Show more. Aura. Show more. Aura. Show more. Okay, I'm getting now. See these many components that we created in our Lightning classes. Aura, all are aura. Show more.
Instead of show more, we can
I can
click
create
on
a view. I
type.
can, right? See, here we go. My LWC. All are aura, and out of them, in a blue moon, one is LWC, which is today's component. LWC 2002, example 1, my first LWC component. See, remaining everything is aura in this list, but only one is LWC. It says Lightning Web Component. Rupam, can I edit this from here? No. If you open it, there'll be no edit button. Can I see the code here? No, you cannot. You cannot. If I go to my setup, if I go to my developer console, right, will I be able to open this LWC component there? No, you cannot. File, close all. File, open Lightning resources. Here it will not be visible. Your LWC will not be visible here. You cannot use LWC. Visual Studio Code is the only place from where, as of now, you can perform an LWC development. File, new, Lightning application. I will say LWC dummy. I'm creating an app called as LWC dummy. Save. I will say extends. Extends equals to force. SLDS. Now I go to my LWC. I right click on my LWC and I say rename. I copy the name, Control C. I come to my developer console and I say C:. For an output, to see the output, I have to run through an application as of now. I click on preview. And here we go, your first LWC component coming up on the screen. Hi guys, this is my first LWC, bold and big. As simple as that. LWC component. Right? Let's go ahead and create one more. Now your real class starts. Anybody has any questions? Anything that is running around in your brain? Right. Today we will see how to declare data types and functions. How to declare a data types and functions. We will see this first. Right? First we will see data type. How to declare a data type. There is no concept of aura attribute here. Control Shift P, create a Lightning Web Component. LWC underscore 2002 underscore example2 underscore LWC data type. I told you don't use caps, but I'm using it. I'll tell you the reason why you shouldn't be using a caps in the name. As of now, it's okay. I press enter. I created one more component. Example2 LWC data type. For example, here, inside the template, I'll say, right, bold tag. I will say your name, your name, right? There we go. I want your name to be populated here. You will directly declare it in a curly bracket called name. Now a paragraph tag. Next line, bold tag, right? Your salary. Directly you will declare in a curly bracket, SAL. This is the variable, salary. P tag, paragraph, so that I go to the next line. Bold. Your, right? Your employee ID. Directly you will declare here. What is that? I will say EMP ID. That's it. Control S in the template. Come to the controller. At line number 3, press enter in that bracket. You will write the programming inside this bracket. Whatever the variables that you declared, you have to declare here. Name. Next. On the template, I have used salary. Sal. You don't need to save. You don't need to go ahead and put, right? You don't need to go ahead and put what, right? Var name, decimal sal. No, right? Integer emp ID, not required. Control S on the screen. You want to pass a value to it. Yes, sir. Equals to name, RUPM Rupam. Salary is equals to 67,000.50. Employee ID is equals to, right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Directly you will declare like this. You don't need to declare any data type. Control S on the keyboard. Right? This is the template and this is the controller. Whether you deploy the controller, whether you deploy the template, all the bundle will get deployed. Control Shift P, deploy this to the source org. Perfect. Right click, rename, copy the name, come to the developer console, my example 2 data type, Control S. Click on update preview. Your name, Rupam Chakravarti. Your salary, 67,000.50 is missing. Your ID, employee ID, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Simple basics I'm going through first. How you declare a variable. Now let's do one small program. Write an LWC program to calculate greater of 3 numbers. Write an LWC, write a Lightning Web Component to calculate greater of 3 numbers. Close. I told you in my Lightning classes, right, directly all practicals only. 99% practicals, only 1% theory, right? And all this concept you have to learn in Lightning. If you have missed Lightning classes, I'm not here to explain you a Lightning card. I'm not here to explain you a Lightning input. I'm not here to explain you a Lightning button. You should be knowing it in your Aura classes itself. Control Shift P, create a Lightning Web Component. LWC underscore 2002 underscore example 3 underscore, what is that? GRAT, a greater num. Press enter. one LWC component got created. Come to the template here. Now, if you remember yesterday's class, as per your ECMA 7, every lightning or every web element can have custom elements. What is a custom element? Specific to a vendor. What is shadow DOM? Neutral, common to everyone. Shadow DOM is common to everyone. Whereas custom elements are specific to the vendor. Now I'm using a custom element. What is that? LIGHT lightning card. You see that there is no colon. Here it's dash. And here, every command should have opening and closing. You cannot have a self-closing command. Lightning card, wherever there's a colon, it is now been replaced with dash. Lightning card, title equals to, GR8 calculator, CALCULA, calculator, GR8 year greater number. Next, icon name. See, icon dash name. There it was icon colon name. What is that? UTILITY, utility colon bug. You know from where I'm taking this. Lightning design system. Under utility, I'm picking up from there. Perfect. Inside this, I want LIGHT lightning. LIGHT lightning. Input. Lightning input. Lightning input. Every command should have an opening and closing. Label. Enter first number. You cannot create value equals to eval. Actually, it's useless. If you're thinking that I will create eval and I will copy it and I will declare in the controller, in the ES module, I come here and if I say eval like this, whatever I write, whatever the data I'll enter there, it will be passed to eval. Wrong. It is only one direction. Rupam, what is that? Paint. Let me open the paint and explain you. This is your LWC, Lightning Web Component. LWC. Perfect. Within LWC, you have a controller. This is your ES module. Nothing but your controller. Here, you are entering, a name. What is that? Sorry. Enter first number. And then there is a box. Let's assume. Here, you declare eval. A variable called eval. You are saying value equals to eval. You're pointing this to here. If you're thinking that if you enter a user comes and user enter a number called as 77, let's assume, if you're thinking, then this value eval will hold 77, you're wrong. This is not going to work. Communication is not like this. It is not from a template to a controller. It is always, this is what is happening. Controller to a template. This is what is happening. Controller to a template. Whenever you point something and say that this is eval, where it is, right? Value equals to eval. It's not that what the data you enter here will go there. No. So in actual word, this is waste. I don't need it. You'll understand as you go. This is the first class of LWC. It's completely different from your Aura. Even though you are using some Aura Lightning custom components, but actually it is completely different. So I will say on change. I will go ahead and I will put on change, right? On change, on change. On change equals to what? On change, both functions and variables are same. On change equals to, right, fn. Both variables, this looks like a variable. In LWC, variables and functions are represented in the same manner. Variables and functions are represented same. For example, here, your name, name. Now, your name. See, this is a variable, whereas this is a function. Fn is a function, right? I will say, right, FIRS, the first name, is a function. It's not a variable here. Don't think it's a variable. You cannot differentiate by looking at an LWC template, right? Which is a function, which is a variable. You have to go by the event on change. Whenever it's changing the data, then I'll call it this is a function now, right? Similarly, I will take the next one. LIGHT and ING Lightning dash INP, note colon, Lightning input. You cannot have a self-closing. You should have like this. Label, enter second number. Enter second number. On change equals to, right, FIRS, the first num. Here I'll say remove it, put a function, SCCOND second num. Next, I'll have one more. Enter third num. Here the function is THIRD third num. Finally, I'll have a button. LIGHT and ING Lightning dash button. BUTT button. No self-closing, right? Do not self-close it. Every command should have a closing, opening, closing, opening, closing. Has to be there. 2. Label equals to calculate. Variant equals to brand. Icon name equals to utility, right? Colon, here the colon is there, add. Next, on click, call a function. Call me or calc me. Calc me is the function. Finally, the result. Finally, the result. Paragraph tag. What is that? Star, star, star. RESULT result. Okay, we'll display with a pop-up message. Leave it. As of now, I don't want to confuse you much more, so we'll do it slowly. Perfect. Now this is the button. Your name. I'm removing it. That was just to show you. See, this is a simple template with a lightning card with a 3 input, 1 button. 3 inputs, 1 button. Now, first num. Copy this. Come here. How to write a logic? First num. This is the way we write a logic. Here in the bracket, event. Copy this. How many are there? 1, 3 numbers and 1 button. first num. Next, second num is a function. You can capture an LWC data only with a function. You have to write a function to capture a data. Num3, num3. Finally, when you click the button, it will call calc me. Where is the calc me? Here is the calc me. All are function. You require data, so you have to go ahead. Eval, bval, one more variable. Cval, one more variable. Total 3 variables are there. Eval, bval, cval. I declare the variable. Now, whenever somebody write a number here, Control S, in this enter the first number, immediately this function will be called first num. And where is the function? Here is the function, first num. How do you capture the data? We capture the data, this dot, here you'll be using this dot. Every variable has to be referred with this dot eval is equals to, the command is event dot target dot value. Event, wherever the event has happened, where target that event dot value, get the value and put it in eval. Next, vval, this dot bval is equals to event dot target dot value. Event dot target dot value. Over. Next, cval, this dot cval, event dot target dot value. Whatever the data you are entering, I'm capturing it now. I'm storing in eval, vval, cval. Now, when somebody clicks on calculate, I will write in logic here. If, here we go, right? This dot eval, this dot eval, a value is greater than this dot bval, and this dot eval is greater than this dot bval. Oh no, cval. So a is greater than b and a is greater than c. This is how I'm writing. All the variables will be referred as this. By the way, all these variables, because there is no data type, by default it all became text string. Because I am not saying int eval, int vval, I'm not saying string eval. By default, the data type that you declare is a string. Here, you have to convert it. PARS, parse int. Parse int this dot eval is greater than parse int. Parse int. Parse int this dot vval, v value, right? And parse int this dot eval is greater than parse int a dot cval. This is the way you have to write. Then alert, alert, alert will give a message. The greater number is plus this dot eval is the greater number. Else if no caps. Else if, oh, no caps. Else if what? Parse int what? Oh, parse int what? This dot bval is greater than parse, parse int what? This dot, right, eval, right, and parse int this, oh, wrong, parse int this dot vval is greater than parse int this dot cval. So B is greater than A, B is greater than C. So obviously the greater number is, right, C now, right? So system.alert, the greater number is vval. Else alert, the greater number is this dot cval. Over, guys. My greater of 3 number program is over. This is how you write in LWC. This is how you write in LWC. This is how you write in LWC. If you think that you have learned very good thing, then you're wrong. This is nothing. This is just, right, names before the movie start. Movie is still there, then climax will come. Finally, we will display all the people name. So this is just a starting, beginning of the movie. Just now, the names have started falling on the screen. That's it. This class will go beyond your imagination. Control S on the keyboard. Save. Control Shift P. Deploy this to the source org. I'm deploying it. Perfect. Right click on it. Click on rename. Control C on the keyboard. Copy the name. Come to the LWC dummy app. Paste it here. Control S on the keyboard. Save. Click on preview. There we go. Calculator greater number. Enter first number 78. Enter second number 345. Enter third number 23. Calculate. The greater number is 345. The greater number is 345. You can see that the greater number is 345. I go ahead and I say 978. Calculate. The greater number is 978. I go ahead and I say 4523. Calculate. The greater number is 4523. Perfect. See, my button is there and all looks like similar like a aura, Rupam. Component is looking like, look and feel is same like an aura. Yes. By looking at a component, you cannot say it's an aura component, it's a LWC component because appearance is same. By looking at it, nobody would be able to say that whether it's a lightning component or an LWC component. But this is an LWC component. This is an LWC component we created. How it is, guys? Your first end-to-end LWC program. Not end-to-end. There is still meta.xml is there. At least now with HTML and the num. Comfortable? Everyone? Little bit comfortable?
For every time we have to give instead of value we have to give on change, right?
To give what?
Input for every time input, lightning input.
I didn't got it. Every time we have to give what?
In Aura we'll give value, right? In LWC we'll give
no, that's exactly what I'm explaining in the diagram, right? That's what I have explained in the diagram. The values doesn't get assigned like this. Right? Whenever you say equals to value equals to eval, it's only one direction. If you say here eval equals to 44. When the screen loads, here it will be 44. But if you enter 77, that will not come inside. That's the reason I already explained in the diagram. It's a one direction. Only from controller to template. ES module to template, not template to ES module. Template to ES module is a function. You write a function. Getting it? To get that 74 here, you have to write a function. You cannot directly say value. Clear?
Okay. So in LWC, everything is an event, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Anybody has any questions? Anybody has any questions? Anybody has any questions? Anybody has any questions? Perfect. That's really good. Next, right? Let us see how to declare, right? Let us see how to go ahead and declare, right, a list data type. Close, close. All right. Control Shift P. Create a Lightning Web Component. LWC underscore 2002 underscore example 4 right, underscore, right, collection data type, collection data type, LWC collection data type. That's my component. Press enter. I created the fourth component now. I go to my ES module, which already I'm in. I come here. I put it in a proper, you need not to do this, but at least to look beautiful, I'm doing it. I will say cities. Cities equals to array. I'll declare an array. Here I will say HYD, DLR, MUM, CHEN, NDLS, KOL, right, and JPR, Jaipur. These are the cities. Control S. I told you, if you remember the diagram once again, anything that you declare here, it is one direction. That means it can go like this. It can go like this. It cannot come, but it can go. Now, cities is declared in the ES module. Can I display the cities in my controller? Yes. In the template? Yes. Lightning. Card. Right. Title. Title. Right. LWC collection, or also known as array data. We'll talk about list set later, slowly as we go inside. Now, how to display? There are two ways to display this. There are two ways to display this. Way one, using template for each. This is the first way. Way two, there is a two ways to do this. Way two, using iterator item. Using template iterator item. Iterator item. There are two ways we can do this programming. Let me go in the first way. I'm in the first way now. Inside the first way, I'll put a paragraph tag after this. P tag. Right? There we go. How can you display data? Template. 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 First, make the template command. Don't worry, all these errors will be gone. Template. Template what? For each. For each. Equals to. What is the variable? The variable that I declared is.
Which
template?
template?
You have taken template instead of template.
Okay. Don't worry. T. That's okay. T. Template for each. What is the variable? Here is the variable. Cities. Template for each. For each value, I'm running a template. Right? Per item. For each, for item. Each item will be now called as C. Cities, no? C. This is how you write a loop. This is a looping. A data has to come in a loop. So there is a loop. Template for each. Where is the variable? City is a variable that is declared in the ES module. Each variable, each data inside this variable cities will be now called as C. Now, how to display this? You cannot directly go ahead and say C here. No. Or you cannot directly go ahead and say C here. Sorry, this is not the way it works. You have to put a paragraph tag. One has to come in one line. Inside the paragraph tag, I will say C. No, it's wrong. Still is giving error. Every paragraph should have a key. Key is equals to, I don't have any key, so put C itself as a key. This is the way it works. Way one. Way one. Way one. After this, I'll give a paragraph tag. P tag. After end of this also, I'll give a paragraph tag. I have not yet come to the way two yet. P tag. Right? Way one. Template for each for item. This is the way we write. Control S. Control Shift P. Deploy this to the source org. There we go. Right click on it. Click on rename. You need your complete attention and focus on Lightning Web Component classes. The whole world is changed here. Control S. Now I click on update preview. See, using for each Hyderabad, Bangalore, Mumbai, Chennai, your data is coming one by one. One below the other. By way one, using for each. There's a one more way. Let's come here. Way two. Way two. Okay. Way two. I'll write way two. What is way two? Using iterator item. Iterator item. Template. Template. Errors will be gone, so don't worry about it. Template. There I have set for each. Here I will say iterator. I-T-E-R-A-T. Iterator. I-T-R-A-T-O-R. Iterator. Iterator item. Iterator item is equals to what? Variable is city. Iterator item, city. Here, I want to display the value. Same thing. Here also you take a paragraph tag. Paragraph tag. Where is the value? City. City dot value. City dot value. Here the city is called item. So here I want to display. So you will not say city. You will say item dot value. This is a standard command. I have an error because it requires a key. In the paragraph tag inside key, the way there also we declared a key, here also we declare a key. Key is what? Item dot value over Control S. Way 2, way 1, way 2, way 1 for each for item, way 2 for iterate, item iterator, iterator item. Remember it, butify it. I'll be using it left and right going forward. For each for item, mostly in the real time, we use this. You can see this also. I'll not say that this is used, this is not used, but mostly this is used. Template for each one of them will be called as C. I want to print C in the paragraph. Then you have to give the key. Here also, iterator item cities. What do you want to print? This item will contain the value. Item.value, it's a standard keyword. I can't change it. And you have to give the key to the paragraph. There also I gave a key, here also the key. Control S, Control Shift P, deploy to the source org. Deploy to the source org. Right? I don't need to copy because it's already there. I come here, I refresh. Both will give me the same answer. See, one using for each, another using iterator item, another using iterator item. Anybody has any questions, sir? This is how in LWC we run a data from a variable. If there is a multiple data like an array, like a list, like a set, you want to display them in a card format, tile format, we'll do it in that data table format. Rupam, can you display the data table? Yes, we will. So one by one will come there. We'll do it. We will use this for each for template or template iterator item or template iterator item. Template iterator item. Template iterator item. Anybody has any question before I go to the next concept? Anybody has any questions before I go to the next concept? Yes, sir. No, sir. Are all fine, everyone? The class looks to be so silent.
Fine, Rupam.
All good. I know that it's getting hard for you to digest. Right? I told you these classes are high-level classes, right? And you have to remember all this. Perfect. Now let's assume that there's a data which is in another way. What is this? Somebody gives the data in a JSON format. STUDENT, student. In a JSON format. JSON format is a key value format. Key, name, value, Rupam Chakravarti, comma, key, salary, value, 80,000, key, city, value, that's a text, Hyderabad. If a data comes in a JSON format like this, somebody gives me in a key value format, then how should I debug this? How should I go ahead and debug this? Or how should I go ahead and get the data? Paragraph tag, Control C. There you go. I give a gap. Star. JSON format. If a data come in JSON format, star, paragraph tag. JSON formats are very easy to be readable here. Name. You want to read it? Perfect. Variable name dot key name. Variable name is student. So go ahead, student dot key name. Key name is name. Automatically, system will populate the name there. Key name is the name, right? Perfect. Next, after that, one paragraph tag, right? P tag, paragraph tag. Well, let me pull my mobile charger. Give me a sec here. Let me charge my mobile. Done. Now, next, salary. What is the salary? Variable name, student. That's a variable name. Dot key. What is the key? Key is salary. There we go. Then on paragraph tag. You can give a break tag. Then what was that? City. Key name, student, city. Student dot city. Over, guys. This is how you display. Control S. Let us go ahead and check the output. Press enter. Press enter. Oh, we didn't deploy it, no? We developed it, we saved it, but we didn't deploy it. That's the reason it's not coming up. So Control Shift P, deploy to the source org. Every small change you have to deploy it. Perfect. Now you go ahead and refresh it. There we go. The JSON format. The JSON format. Everybody clear? Everybody clear? How we are doing this? Yes. What happened? The class looks to be so silent on the first day itself. What happened, guys?
Understood, Rupa.
That's good. Others? Everybody looks like that needs a Hajmola candy, or you need Eno, or you need Gelsel to digest the things, huh? Because everybody is keeping silent and as if I'm in a graveyard. It's night 3 o'clock. I'm walking in the graveyard. Even the owls are also not, what do you call, shouting, barking, whatever you say.
Rupa,
Everybody's thinking,
here
yes.
the attributes are declared in the JSON, right?
Only in the ES module.
Sorry, JavaScript, right?
Right, ES module. Attributes cannot be declared in templates. In Aura, attributes are declared in the template, in the component itself using Aura attribute. Here there is no concept of aura attribute, and all the attributes or the variables has to be declared in ES module. They cannot be declared in the template. Completely ruled out.
But the logic can be written in the template, right?
Certain logics only, not all logics. For example, loop can be written on the template. You can't write a JavaScript in the template here using a script tag. No. Again, the logic has to be written in the controller, which is nothing but the ES module.
Okay, but in Aura we'll write the logic in the controller. Here we are writing some logics, we'll write it in the template, and some we'll write it in the JavaScript, right?
No, in Aura, in component in Aura also, we used to write Aura if. It's a template. Aura iterator. There is a Aura iterator is there. There's a Aura if is there. There's a logic.
Okay.
There also we used to write logics in the component. Whenever you want to write a logic in a component, we use Aura component, right? Whenever you want to design something, we use lightning components. Lightning button, lightning card, lightning layout, lightning input. These are all controls to display. That is designing controls. Whenever you want to store something variable, it's a logic. Whenever you want to hide something, it's a logic. Aura if. All the logics are Aura. All the designings are lightning in lightning development. In LWC, there is no Aura concept. Template is only for designing plus certain limited logics like if logic, Aura, right? Here there's no Aura. Template if true. I'll do that. Template if true. There's a one more. If true, if false. Template if true. Template if false.
So for greater of two numbers, where did you write the logic? Is it in JavaScript?
ES module. Yes, obviously.
Okay.
Here
ES module is called the controller, right? I mean, controller is called the ES module, right? Okay.
Yes. So in the ES module, I've written.
When we click on the deploy to the source or deploy source to the org, it will go into our sandbox.
Bundle goes to the sandbox. If you have authorized sandbox, it'll go to the sandbox. Whichever org you authorized, it'll go there. That is the reason starting I did an authorization to LT123 and it was going to LT123. Depends on the authorization where you do. Perfect.
Got it.
Any other questions, anyone? Any other questions, anyone? Okay, write down the homeworks first. Number one, write an LWC component. Write an LWC component to calculate simple interest. Write an LWC component to calculate simple interest. You know that, PTR by 100. So you have to write an LWC component, not lightning component, lightning web component. PTR by 100. Right? Next, write a lightning web component to calculate sum of even and odd. Sum up to even or odd numbers. Go and find it out. How do I get a radio button? LIGHTNING lightning. Radio, RAD. Radio group is there, but there is no radio button. Radio group is there, but no radio button. Remember this. Radio group means collection of two radio buttons. Where is the radio button move? It's input only. Lightning input. Type equals to checkbox. Type equals to radio. Automatically it will change to radio button. Go here. Type lightning component library. Go back to lightning component library. We have been doing this. Don't look under Aura. These are all Aura based. You should look under Lightning Web Component. Lightning. What is that? Lightning input. Input. In Lightning input, you can see that I go to, okay, let it come. Right. Lightning, what is mini? We'll see that documentation. Right, here we go. Right, checkbox. I want radio. See, the following input type is not supported. Radio. Rupam, then how will I get a radio button? Here I have a checkbox. Checkbox is there. Then how will I get a radio button? Right? See, instead of input type radio, right? See, use Lightning radio group instead of input type radio for the radio button. So you have to go to the Lightning radio group. Inside that, you'll be able to see. Right? Documentation. Radio group. Right? See, here you go. This is the way you have to declare. Options. Label, value. And then that you will call here. There is no separate radio button. Right? So go ahead and see how to get this value. Refer this. You want to do it or you will try by yourself. Choice is yours. Do you want me to do it or you will say that, okay, Rupam, we will try by ourselves. If not, this is how you declare it. First, go to the ES module. Option is a variable equals to two options I'm giving. Greater number, sorry, even, odd. Here it is Rose and right, Rachel. In the place of label, you will say even, odd. Whenever somebody clicks on that even, value is EV. Whenever somebody clicks on odd, value is OD. You declared it. You declared it. By default, you're all declaring one more variable called value, and you're saving option one, nothing but by default even. As the page load, one will be selected. As the page load, by default, one radio button will be selected. Which one? Option one, nothing but Ross. There you will say EV. Next, come to the template. Use Lightning radio group. Label equals to select your choice. Option equals to the variable that you declared, options. Value equals to the variable that you declared, another value. Here EV and this will be. On change, you have to put this. On change, this function. Where is this handle? Handle is here. Right? Handle is here. You can directly say this dot value is equals to event dot detail dot value, the way we did it. You don't need to declare a constant. Directly, value equals to whatever you write, that will be stored there. The value will be stored there. Able to understand? You want me to do it or you will do it by yourself? Choice is yours. Once again, I'm asking last and final time. You will do it? At least someone respond, right? Or else, if you want to do it, do it. Or you say that no, Rupam, do it once and show us, I'll show you. That's not a big deal.
We'll
right?
try. We'll try, Rupam.
That's good. Try it in LWC, how these are created. It's completely different. That's the reason I'm giving you this homework. This is not the way you declare variables, right? In Lightning, it's different. Here, you have to declare those options and you have to store, you have to declare two variables, one option variable, once the option is selected, the value, and then one function to capture the value. On the template, you have to define radio group, Lightning radio group, and then a button. On the button, you will go ahead and you'll calculate sum up to even number or up to odd number. I give 20, you will say 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 plus 12 plus 14 plus 16 plus 18. That should be the answer I'm looking for. If I say odd, 1 plus 3 plus up to 19. You know this. So do this. Right? Next. Shall I jump next or you want to stop? Choice is yours. Choice is yours. You'll say, no, Rupam. First, let us practice. Leave us for one class. Anyhow, you will kill us from next class, I know. Shall I proceed or shall I stop? Choice is yours. Shall I proceed or shall I stop?
On to you, sir.
Everyone, your opinion. See, learning doesn't come by forcefully, and these are all advanced learning coming up. So you decide when to stop, right? I can keep going. I mean, if I complete the next topic, I'll be more happy because my syllabus will be completed soon. So I'm ready to go ahead. If you say yes to go ahead, I'll go. If you say no, Rupam, stop here. Let us digest this for today. Whatever you gave, this is the first time we are doing it. Let us do some programming, right? Let's get some hand on, and then you'll start. Then you can move to the next topic. Choice is
On to
yours.
you, sir. On to you.
One says stop. Other person? Anyone?
How
Stop or
long the
continue?
other topic will take, Rupam, like the new topic?
Another day will take a new topic. That's what you told?
No. How long the new topic might take? Like,
It'll
are you
take another
starting?
45 minutes. 45 minutes. I mean, by 11:30, we'll be able to complete it. I'll be showing you the styles also, how to put a styles and everything. It's a simple topic. Let's do it then. Okay. Let me not take some other topic. Let me take something different than the normal one. Okay. Right. So you guys, meantime, I'm not proceeding ahead with the programming topic. Right. ES module. For the next, right, 30 minutes, I'll show you, other than those topic, I'll come to a next topic called as coloring. Right. So let me close everything. CSS. Let's take something simple. Right. Control Shift P, create a Lightning Web Component, LWC underscore today's date 2002 underscore example 5, fifth example for the day. Right. What is that? CSS. Press enter. Rupam, how can we apply a style to a Lightning component? Lightning Web component. I don't see anywhere a style. I see .html, .js. I know what is HTML as of now, where I'll do designing. I know that .js is my controller, which is also known as ES module, right? We are doing the programming. We have not yet gone to JS meta. Rupam, what is this? We'll see later. Where can I do the style? There is no style element. Perfect, no issues. Now I'm saying div. I will say class equals to my box. Inside this, I'm just simply writing, hi guys. Hi guys. Right? This coding is tough, but not that you cannot conquer. Not that you cannot conquer. Right? This is the text that I've put. Now, I want this text to be bold. I want this text to be big, right? Color. Where should I write my style? There is no style element anywhere. Right click on any one of the element, click on rename, copy the name. Perfect. Right click on the folder, the root folder of the component. Right click on the root folder of the component. Click on new file. One new file will be created. Put the name .css in small. Press enter. There, the fourth component you created called CSS. The fourth bundle element. CSS. Fourth bundle element, CSS.
Sir, you're not audible. You're not audible, sir.
It's frozen.
Yeah. Not audible.
Hello guys, can you hear my voice?
Yes. But Rupam's is not audible.
Okay, thank you.
There's technical issue going on, I think.
I think he will join soon. We have to wait for him.
So is it over or should we wait for another few minutes?
We'll wait, bro. We'll wait.
Yes. Is anyone can hear the voice? I cannot hear anything.
Perfect. Can you hear me, everyone, again?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was a short, what do you call it, a blink, right? I don't know why suddenly my router, what do you call it, switch, not router, lost the internet, even though everything is correct. Now I need to switch to my wireless then. Okay, sounds good, looks good. Perfect. Let's back to the class. Right? Apologies for the inconvenience. So let's go on. Background color equals to, I can give an hexadecimal code. I can give, right, for example, I go to my HTML color code, www.google.com, right? I go ahead and I say hexa or HTML color code, HTML color codes, right? I open this HTML color codes. I can go ahead and I can, choose whichever the color I want. See from here, background, you can choose it, whichever color you like. Go ahead, Control C, you can paste it here. Background color is this, right? System takes it. Border, right? Height, width, height equals to 500 px. Width equals to, when I say equals, that means colon, equals to 500 px, right? FONT font, SIZE size, font size equals to, right, 30 px. Font size equals to 30 px. Control S. Let's go ahead. Control S, save. Control Shift P, deploy this to the source org. Right click on it, click on rename, copy the name, come to the developer console, resume, right? Control V, right? Control S on the keyboard. I say update preview. Now you see my LWC component coming with the background color, right? You can go ahead. Hi guys, right? This coding is tough, but not that you cannot conquer. Right? This is how you apply styles to LWC by adding a new file called .css. Rupam, can I apply this to a lightning components? Let me go ahead and show you. I'm going to the lightning component reference library again. Right, there we go. I'm back to my lightning component reference library. I'm under lightning web component. Let us take an example of lightning card. I go to the specification, right? Mostly in this specification, I don't see anywhere class. Let us go ahead and say input, lightning input. Input. I go to the specifications. I don't see any class anywhere. See, there is no style CSS. See, there is no CSS style anywhere. Ardham avatledu Rupam, what you're trying to explain. I want to apply a color to a button. When I go to the lightning web component definition, the document, when I go to the document, under the specifications, I don't have any, I have an icon name, I have an icon position, I have a label, I have a name, type, value. Style is not there. See, there is no style defined. As per the official documentation, no style defined. That is the reason the style didn't came up automatically. We created it manually. Now I go to here and I put a button here, not in the div. Lightning. No, button. Label is equals to, hello, this is a button label. I want this button to be red, blue, green, pink. Class. Even though class is not supported, my BTN class is not supported, officially not supported, unofficially supported. This is unofficial I'm using because there is a label. When you go to the button, there is a label, but there is nothing called class. That is what I'm trying to do. See, there is official label. Text to be displayed inside a button. But officially, class is not a part of LWC, officially. Hence, class is not supported. But however, unofficially it's supported. Now I come here, dot my BTN. You can see background color equals to purple. Background color equals to purple. Control S on the keyboard. Font color equals to white. Font equals to white. When you place your mouse over it, you have a color selector comes in. You can select which color you want, see, or you can drag and drop. Same thing, HTML color code. You don't need to go to the HTML color code. You can do it here itself. Whatever the color you want. See, Control S on the keyboard. Right? You have to deploy this. Right? I will not recommend to use deploy command from CSS because, as I told you, officially CSS is not supported. So come to the template and then say Control Shift P, deploy to the source. It's not deploying. Come here, come to the component and press enter. Right? You see that the button has not been overwritten. I didn't got my class deployed. Right? Lightning button, class equals to my BTN. And that's what we did that here, my BTN. Right? Rupam, is it comma required? No, comma is not required. Rupam, is it an inner element? Do I need to give a space here like this? Right? Like this? No, you need not. Control S. You have to give a space. Certain places, colors will not be applied, just to let you know. If you're trying to apply color to LWC as of now, right? You see that button background color is purple, this color is, right? Whatever the green color I'm applying, right? It didn't got applied, my button. But the same thing, if I put it here, right? See that? My BTN, Control S, Control Shift P, deploy to the source org. It will work. CSS currently now, see, with a purple, with that. So there is no problem in our style definition. It is not supported. LWC components mostly doesn't support colors and styles as of now. That is the reason whenever you create an LWC component, the style component doesn't come in. Fourth bundle element doesn't come. Right? We are unofficially forcing it, pushing it. We are doing it unofficially. None of the Lightning component has, Lightning web component has a style support. That's the reason you open anything. Button, there is no style, but you're trying to apply a style. So that's the reason it's not working. Right? If you want to apply a style, yes.
Can I write a style in Aura component and can I call it in LWC?
You cannot call aura inside a lightning. I already told you this. Starting of the class itself, I gave you one point. Starting of the class itself, when I was giving a definition, I gave you this point. You cannot call an aura inside a lightning LWC, but you can, right? You can call an LWC inside an aura. You cannot call an aura here. It doesn't support aura. But aura support LWC. Clear? Now, Rupam, how will you apply the colors then? I want the button to be red, blue, green, and everything. In such case, you'll use HTML buttons. HTML button. Button. You'll use HTML button. Name, hi, like this. Class, CLASS, class is equals to my button. Earlier, this was what? Let us change it back, my box. Control S on the keyboard, Control Shift P, right? Deploy to the source org. Now you go ahead and refresh. There we go. See, you got a button high with a purple color button. All your custom HTML elements will support, right? Your Lightning, nothing but your custom modules might support, might not support. As of now, officially, CSS are not a part of Lightning Web Component. It might work. Some component you see that suddenly you see that Lightning input, it might work. Control C, Lightning input, LIGHT Lightning, INPUT input, Lightning input, no self-closing, right? Lightning input, LIGHT, did I put it right? Yep, Lightning input, right? Label equals to what? Name. Here I'll say class. Class equals to what? Right? Class equals to my box. Control S on the keyboard. LIGHT. Spelling is correct. I don't know why it's giving. Right? That's a warning. So don't worry about it. Control Shift P, deploy to the source org. We are deploying it. Perfect. Now come here. Press enter. Right? Where is this? Name. See, the style got applied. You're entering it. Even though when you go to the Lightning input, there is no style supported. That's the reason I'm telling you it might work, it might not work. Right? So Lightning input, there is in the specification, there is nothing called style anywhere. See, there is no style defined. Time style, that's okay. See, there is no style. However, right, we go ahead and we declare, right, here we go, Lightning input. Label equals to name, my box. So it's applying my box. Height, width, it's applying. So it's applying the height, width, and everything. That's the reason it's looking like this. Right? Hello. See, height, width, also it's applying. And whatever the background you gave, so it's taking that background. And the number that you're entering, font size 78 red. The red, you red. See. So that is the whole story. Unofficially supported. Unofficially supported. But officially not supported. So fourth element called style has to be added manually to the component. Right? That's what we have as of now. What is happened? Represents control, that is attribute accepts. Okay, that's okay. Lightning input. Perfect. Now, homework. One more. Create an LWC component for this login.salesforce page. Login.salesforce page. Rupam, how can I insert an image in a Lightning web component? You can see there's a Salesforce logo is there, right? Question is that how can I go ahead and insert the Salesforce logo, right? It's the same manner that we use in your, right? In the same manner, where the first step is that go to the developer console, go to your Salesforce, look for static resources, load the image in static resource. See, IMG1, IMG2, there are two images up there. Come to your, I want to load an image. So go ahead and say IMG image command, IMG what, right? SRC source is equals to exclamation dollar resource, RESOURC resource, exclamation dollar resource dot IMG1, whatever the name is there. What is the name? The static resource IMG1. Copy this name, IMG1. You can control the height, width. By the way, you can self close it, not a problem, right? Source equals to dollar exclamation resource. Control S on the keyboard, Control Shift P, deploy this source org. Failed, right? If it failed, let's see why it's failing, right? Here it is. Ambiguous attribute value equals to dollar exclamation dollar resource dot img. If you want to make a valid identifier, you should remove the surrounding quotes, right? So remove the quote. Let's see. Control S, Control Shift P, deploy to the source org. Failed, right? Invalid expression, right? Dollar exclamation dollar resource. This is how we place an image in Lightning component. But whereas when I'm trying to place the same image using this LWC, I'm getting all these errors. IMG command, right? If you have a double closing, that doesn't make any difference. IMG, right? Right? You cannot, as of now in LWC, these are not supported. Images, colors, officially they are not supported. That is the reason if you want to build this, now if I, as I told you, the homework is that, guys, build this page, login.salesforce.com. You can build these boxes, but coming to this, right, logos and everything, as of now with an LWC, you cannot. Because first of all, these are not supported, right? System doesn't take. In such cases, you will use Aura component. First lesson, when should I use Aura and when should I use LWC? Whenever you see your requirement is not getting supported, example, you have CSS requirement, you will, as of today, you will go ahead and create a Aura component, not an LWC. You will create an Aura component, not an LWC. Clear? So first, check whether it is doable in LWC. If yes, do it. If no, then create Aura. So such requirement you have to choose. So any style requirement, you are not supposed to create LWC. You are supposed to create Aura, Lightning development. See, slowly, every class will understand when to use Lightning, when to use LWC. Now, today you learn that if there is a CSS, use Lightning, not LWC. If you require style, you require color, you require images, right? Use LWC. Clear, everyone? Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Right? There are some alternative ways to put the images which are not supported, but I'll show you. Right? Anybody has any questions? Anybody has any questions? Anybody has any questions, guys? No? Fine then. So that's it for today. We will meet next Saturday. Get ready. Practice is all. Next Saturday onwards, we will start medium level of programming. This is a basic. Next Saturday, I will start how to go ahead and use Lightning data services. How to go ahead and contact server-side controller. What is a wire? What is wire service? What is decorators? This link will be changed next week. So please do not log into this link, right? By Friday evening, you will be receiving a new link for your LWC class. Please log in next Saturday at 8:30 with a new link. So till then, thank you. Have a nice and wonderful day. Happy weekdays, guys. Bye-bye, guys. Take care.